Let me give you a truth that can change everything for you. Your future isn't something that magically appears. It's not waiting out there in the distance, wrapped in mystery. No, your future is built brick by what you do today. You don't have to predict the future. You just have to do the right things now, and the future will reveal itself in kind. You see, what you're becoming is far more important than what you've been. And the best news, it starts today. Not next week, not next year, not someday when things settle down. Today, right here, right now, what you choose to do with this day, this very hour, will either move you closer to the life you want or drift you further from it. Success is not some mystical force. It's a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And failure, that's just a few small errors in judgment, repeated daily. So ask yourself, are you investing today or are you spending it? Are you building your future or postponing it? Because in the end, your calendar is your blueprint. And if you want to know where you'll be 5 years from now, just take a look at what you're doing today. Let's explore that together. Because what you do today truly creates the life you live tomorrow. And that, my friend, is where your power lies. The present moment, your greatest asset. Let me begin with a simple truth. The present moment is the most valuable thing you have. Not your car, not your job, not your bank account. The greatest asset you own is your ability to choose what to do right now. You see, you can't change yesterday. It's already spent. You can't jump ahead to tomorrow. That hasn't arrived yet. But today is yours. Right now, in this very moment, you hold the steering wheel of your life, and that makes today powerful. Most people underestimate that power. They let the day drift by. They kill time. But let me tell you something. Time is not something you kill. It's something you invest. Because every minute that passes is a piece of your life you'll never get back. The sad truth is, we live like we have unlimited time. We waste the present, like there's always going to be more of it. But time doesn't come with a warning. It doesn't say, here's your last year, your last month, your last chance. It just keeps moving. And whether you use it wisely or not, it's gone. So if you have a goal, a dream, a better life in mind, the only time to start building it is today, not tomorrow, not someday. Today you build your future by what you do now. Not what you plan, not what you promise, what you actually do. Because action today is the seed of results tomorrow. Let's keep this simple. You can spend today, or you can invest it. Spending feels easy. You scroll, you sit, you relax. But investing? That's different. That means reading the book, making the call, practicing the skill, showing up even when you don't feel like it. That's not easy. But that's what creates progress. And here's the difference. What you spend is gone. What you invest grows. If your future self could talk to you right now, what do you think it would say? Would it say, thank you for another hour wasted. Thank you for postponing the things that matter. No, it would say, thank you for using your time wisely. Thank you for showing discipline when no one was watching. Because of the choices you made back then. I'm living a better life today. That voice of the future self is important. It's not the voice of laziness or excuse. It's the voice of vision. And it only becomes real when you act on it. Today, you see, life doesn't give you guarantees. It gives you opportunities. And those opportunities don't live in the future. They appear in the present, right now in this hour. In this decision, do you open the book or scroll through the phone? Do you speak with purpose or stay silent with regret? Do you act or do you wait? These are small choices, but they shape your direction. And direction always matters more than speed. Now let me give you a simple truth that has guided me for years. Days are expensive. Spend them wisely. When you waste a day, you don't just lose time. You lose momentum. You lose the person you could have become, the opportunity you could have seized, the progress you could have made. That's why the present moment is more than just time. It's potential. It's the place where all change begins. And the beautiful thing is this. No matter how many yesterdays you've wasted, you still get to decide what you do with today. That's the miracle of choice. That's the miracle of the present. So make the decision now. Not next week. Not next year. Right now. Be intentional with your time. Use it to grow. Use it to serve. Use it to build something that matters. The future is not waiting. It's being shaped. Right here. Right now. In this very moment, and it's shaped by you. Because the present moment is not just a moment. It's the beginning of everything you want. And that makes it your greatest asset. Goals don't work unless you do. Everybody loves to talk about goals. People sit down and write lists. They fill notebooks. They make vision boards. And that's all fine. It's a good start. But let me tell you something that separates the dreamers from the doers. Goals don't work unless you do. You can write it down in gold ink on the finest paper you can find. You can read it every morning and tape it to your bathroom mirror. But if you don't get up and do the work, nothing happens. A goal without effort is just a wish. It sounds good. It feels good. But it doesn't move the needle. Now don't get me wrong. Goals are important. You need them. They give you direction. They give you focus. But goals don't do the work. You do. A goal is like a compass. It shows you where to go. But you still have to take the steps. You still have to climb the mountain. You still have to sweat. People often ask me, Jim, how do I stay motivated to reach my goals? And I say, it's not motivation you need. It's discipline. It's consistency. It's deciding right now that you'll do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Because feelings are fleeting. Discipline lasts. You can't build your life around how you feel. You build it around what you're committed to. Here's what I've learned. It's not the size of the goal that matters. It's the size of your effort. You can aim for the stars, but if you won't even launch the rocket, you're not going anywhere. You want to lose the weight, but will you walk today? You want to grow the business, but will you make the call today? You want to write the book, but will you sit down and type that first page today? That's the difference between wishing and working, between hoping and building. Goals don't bring themselves to life. You breathe life into them by what you do, day in, day out. Now here's something to think about. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. And who do you become? You become the result of your daily actions. Not your intentions, not your potential, your actions. You can have the most beautiful goals in the world, but if your daily habits don't match, your goals will collect dust. Let me say that again. If your habits don't match your dreams don't stand a chance. You don't need a new goal every week. You need new habits that support the ones you already have. What does that mean? That means getting serious about your time. That means using your calendar, not just for meetings, but for building your future. That means turning your goals into plans, your plans into steps, and your steps into non-negotiable action. Don't fall in love with the dream. Fall in love with the discipline. Because in the end, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Let's bring it all home. If you've written a goal, good. That's the first step. But now comes the hard part. Now comes the commitment. Now comes the part where you show up, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, even when nobody's clapping for you. Because the future doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most consistent. Set your goals, then get to work. Because goals don't work unless you do. You build habits. Then habits build you. Let's talk about something that doesn't always feel exciting, but changes everything. Habits. You see, your life doesn't just change by big breakthroughs. It changes when you build small disciplines and repeat them over time. That's how it works. You build your habits, and then your habits build you. People often ask, how do I become more successful? I tell them, take a close look at your daily routine. Not your goals, not your dreams, but what you do when nobody's watching. Your routine is your foundation. It's your blueprint. It's your future in motion. You don't get in shape by working out once a month. You don't become wealthy by saving once in a while. You don't grow wise by reading one book a year. No, it's what you do consistently that counts, not occasionally. Habits are like seeds. You plant one small action today, and tomorrow, it becomes a pattern. A pattern becomes a routine, and your routine becomes your identity. That's why habits matter so much. They work quietly. They work silently. But they're always working. Good or bad. If you've got a habit of procrastination, it works. But it works against you. If you've got a habit of discipline, it works too. And it works for you. You're never standing still in life. Your habits are always moving you in one direction or the other. Every day you're either reinforcing the habits that are lifting you up, or the ones that are pulling you down. Now let's break this down even further. Habits are built by repetition. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Start small, stay steady, do 5 push-ups, read 10 pages, make 1 phone call, write 1 page. Small steps, but done daily. And here's the real power, they compound. Over time they grow into massive change. It's the principle of the slight edge. A little progress each day adds up to big results. The problem is, bad habits work the same way. Skip 1 workout, then 2, then 3. Before long the habit is no longer fitness. It's avoidance. So the question is not, do you have habits? Everyone does. The question is, do your habits serve you or sabotage you? And here's something else. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and your systems are made of habits. If you want to change your life, don't just change your goals, change your habits. That's the secret. It's not about being extreme, it's about being consistent. It's not about going fast, it's about going daily. And once those small disciplines are locked in, they start working for you even when your motivation fades. You'll have days when you feel tired. You'll have days when you don't feel like it. But your habits, if they're strong, will carry you through. Because success isn't a result of emotion. It's the result of routine. Let me give you a simple rule that changed my life. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. It's better to suffer the small pain of discipline now than the heavy pain of regret later. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. Just start by changing your morning or your evening or one single decision. Because those choices add up and those habits shape you. You build habits, then your habits build you. So start building wisely because the life you want is waiting on the other side of your routine. The danger of waiting for the right time. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you know who are still waiting for the perfect moment? Waiting for the right time. Waiting for everything to feel just right before they begin. Let me tell you something plain and simple. There is no perfect time. And if you keep waiting for it, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. Life doesn't hand you ideal conditions. It hands you opportunities wrapped in inconvenience. And the longer you wait, the more momentum you lose. Now people say things like, I'll start when I feel ready, or I'll take action after the holidays. I'll begin when the timing is better, when the kids grow up, when the market is right, when the fear goes away. But let me tell you the truth. That kind of thinking is a trap. Because the perfect moment is a myth. You don't need perfect timing. You need courage. You need decision. You need the ability to say, I'm gonna do it anyway. Even if I don't feel ready. Winners don't wait for the storm to pass. They learn to move in the rain. They act when it's messy, when it's uncertain, when it's uncomfortable. That's where the growth is. That's where the progress happens. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who had the best timing. They're the ones who made the most of the time they had. Now think about this. How many dreams have died, not because they were impossible, but because someone waited too long to begin? How many people missed their breakthrough, not because they lacked talent, but because they kept delaying the first step? You see, waiting always feels safe, but it's not. It's dangerous, because while you're waiting, your mind grows doubtful, your energy fades, and the opportunity moves on. Success belongs to those who start before they feel ready, not recklessly, not without planning, but with the understanding that progress is built through action, not hesitation. Now let me give you something to remember. Indecision is the thief of opportunity. You don't need all the answers to begin. You just need the courage to take the first step, and once you begin, the next step becomes clear. Action reveals direction. Motion creates clarity. Don't let fear of the unknown stop you from creating the future you want. Don't let the illusion of the right time rob you of the only time you really have. Now, so whatever it is you've been putting off, start small. Start scared. Start uncertain. But start, because you don't get results by waiting. You get results by doing. You don't move forward by thinking about it. You move forward by taking action. The clock is ticking. The world is moving. And the future is being built. Not by those who wait, but by those who act. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. This moment is all you need. Small daily actions create massive long-term impact. People often think success is this one big moment, one breakthrough, one opportunity, one lucky chance. But let me tell you something. Success is never one big thing. It's 1,000 small things, done right, over time. You don't climb a mountain in one leap. You climb it step by step. And it's the same with your health, your business, your relationships, your future. It's not the dramatic changes that shape your life. It's the small daily disciplines that no one sees. That's where the real power is. Now the problem is, small things are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. It's easy to walk for 20 minutes today, but it's also easy to skip it. It's easy to read 10 pages of a good book, but it's also easy to scroll your phone instead. It's easy to save a little money, but it's also easy to spend it without thinking. And that's the difference. Over time, those tiny decisions compound. They build momentum in one direction or the other. you're either moving toward the life you want or away from it. Every small action is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. Now here's a principle I teach all the time. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. That's the danger, and that's the opportunity. If you neglect the little things, nothing seems to happen at first. Skip one workout, you still look fine. Eat one bad meal, no big deal. But over time, it catches up with you. And the opposite is true too. Start waking up 30 minutes earlier. Start writing one paragraph a day. Start saving a few dollars every week. It doesn't look like much, until one day it changes your whole life. Because those small actions, repeated day after day, create something powerful. They build character. They build confidence. They build results. Success doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It waits. And it rewards those who stay faithful to the process. If you want to be fit, move your body a little every day. If you want to be wise, feed your mind a little every day. If you want to be wealthy, make smart choices a little every day. You don't get the harvest on the day you plant. You get the harvest because you planted daily, without giving up. Small daily actions. They seem invisible, but they are never wasted. Every rep counts. Every call matters. Every page builds. So don't underestimate the power of what you do today, because success is not built in a day. It's built daily. In the end, your future is not shaped by your intentions, your hopes, or your dreams. It's shaped by your habits, and your habits are shaped by the actions you choose every single day. So choose wisely. Start small. Stay steady, because small daily actions create massive long-term impact. Time is more valuable than money. Let me share something with you that's simple, but life-changing. Time is more valuable than money. Now that may sound obvious, but most people don't live like it. See, here's the truth. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Once time is gone, it's gone. You don't get a refund. You don't get to rewind. You don't get to buy another hour at the end of your life, no matter how rich you are. And that makes time your most precious asset. But isn't it strange? People protect their money like it's sacred, but waste time like it's nothing. They'll check the price tag on a pair of shoes 10 times, but spend hours scrolling social media without a second thought. They'll budget their dollars carefully, but let their days slip away, one after the other, without direction or purpose. Let me tell you, wealthy people value time more than money. Poor people trade time to save money. Rich people spend money to save time. Why? Because they understand that time is the source of all value. You build your life with it. You grow your skills with it. You nurture your relationships with it. You earn money by how you use your time. That's why I tell people, don't just track your expenses, track your hours. What are you doing with your mornings, your evenings, your weekends? Are you investing your time in things that move you forward, or spending it on things that keep you stuck? Success is not built in your free time. It's built when you learn how to make time work for you, not against you. You've got 24 hours in a day. So does the millionaire. So does the athlete. So does the artist. So does the person who's achieving everything you admire. The difference isn't time, it's how they use it. Now let's talk trade-offs, because every minute you spend is a trade. When you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Say yes to sleeping in. You're saying no to progress. Say yes to distractions. You're saying no to growth. Say yes to excuses. You're saying no to results. That's the reality. And if you're not intentional with your time, it will disappear without you even noticing. So how do you treat time like money? You spend it where it matters. You invest it in skills, in learning, in relationships, in building something that lasts. You protect it from people and habits that waste it. And most importantly, you become aware that every hour you use is a decision. Let me say that again. Every hour is a decision. And the more wisely you decide, the more valuable your life becomes. You can measure someone's future by how they treat their time today. So start treating your time with the respect it deserves. Don't just fill your calendar, fill your life. Don't just stay busy, stay purposeful. And don't just work for money. Make time work for you. Because in the end, money can buy many things. But time is the one thing that once gone can never be bought back. Invest in yourself like your life depends on it. If there's one investment that guarantees the highest return, it's not real estate. It's not stocks. It's not starting a business. It's you. The most valuable asset you'll ever own is yourself. And yet most people invest more in their wardrobe than they do in their mind. They'll upgrade their phone every year, but they won't upgrade their thinking. They'll spend hundreds on entertainment, but hesitate to buy a book that could change their future. Let me tell you something simple, but life-changing. Your income will rarely exceed your personal growth. Your success, your influence, your impact, all of it grows when you do. The marketplace doesn't pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you bring. And the only way to bring more value is to become more valuable. You can't wish for a better life and stay the same. You've got to build it from the inside out. You've got to become the kind of person who can handle more, lead more, give more. That's why I say work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work on your mindset. Work on your character. Work on your habits, your attitude, your communication, your discipline. Because those are the roots that produce lasting fruit. Every time you read a book, listen to a mentor, take a course, or practice a skill, you're planting seeds. And if you stay consistent, those seeds grow into wisdom, confidence, and capability. Now here's the key. No one else can do it for you. They can encourage you, support you, inspire you, but only you can do the work of becoming. And let me tell you, when you grow, everything around you changes. You start making better decisions. You stop tolerating what holds you back. You speak with clarity. You act with conviction. You live with purpose. The world starts responding differently when you show up differently. Success doesn't begin when you get a better job, or a better opportunity, or a lucky break. It begins the moment you decide to get better yourself, and don't wait for someone to give you permission. Start where you are, with what you have, with what you know. Buy the book, watch the seminar, take the course, practice the skill, ask the questions, do the work, because every day you choose to invest in yourself is a day you take ownership of your future. Think about this. What would happen if you gave just 30 minutes a day to growth? Not distractions, not entertainment, but growth. Where would you be in 1 year? In 5? In 10? That's the power of personal investment. It multiplies over time. It creates freedom. It creates options. It creates a life that's built on ability, not luck. So if you're serious about success, don't just chase money. Chase mastery. Don't just accumulate stuff. Accumulate wisdom. Because everything you want in life is connected to one thing, the person you're becoming. And the best way to become that person is to start investing in yourself, like your life depends on it, because it does. Examine your daily routine. It predicts your future. Let me ask you something simple. What does your average day look like? Because if you show me your routine, I can show you your future. You don't need a crystal ball. You just need a calendar. Because what you do daily is creating the life you'll be living 5 years from now. The truth is, your routine is either your foundation or your prison. It's either lifting you up or holding you back. It's either moving you closer to the life you want or locking you into the one you say you want to change. Now don't misunderstand. You don't need a perfect routine, but you do need one that's intentional. Too many people live their days by accident. They wake up late, rush out the door, react to whatever shows up, and collapse into bed, wondering why they don't feel fulfilled. That's not a routine. That's survival. If you want to thrive, you have to design your day like your future depends on it. Because it does. Let's break it down. What do your mornings look like? Do they begin with clarity or chaos? Do you start with intention or distraction? Because the first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Then ask yourself, what do you feed your mind? Are you scrolling through negativity or learning something that builds you? Are you reacting to problems or creating solutions? And what about your evenings? Do you reflect? Do you reset? Do you plan? Or do you just crash into the couch and let the hours slip away? You see, a routine isn't just about time management. It's about life management. It's the structure that keeps your goals alive when motivation fades. Now here's something to remember. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. No matter how big your dreams are, if your daily actions don't match, those dreams will never become real. So here's a question worth asking. If I repeated today's routine for the next 365 days, would I be healthier? Would I be wealthier? Would I be wiser? Would I be closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is no, then it's time to make some changes. Not all at once, not overnight, but gradually, intentionally. One piece at a time. Change your mornings. Cut the noise. Schedule your growth. Create time for the things that matter. Protect your focus like it's gold, because it is. Remember, the secret to your success is found in your daily agenda. Not in the big moments, but in the little ones. Excellence is not an act. It's a habit. and habits are built into your routine. So take control of your days. Because when you master your routine, you begin to master your results. And when you master your results, your future becomes predictable. Not by luck, not by chance, but by choice. Discipline turns dreams into reality. Everyone wants the dream. Everyone wants success, a better body, a better career, a better life. But let me tell you something. Dreams are free. Discipline is the price. And most people never pay it. They want the result without the routine. They want the finish line without running the race. They want the reward without the responsibility. But that's not how it works. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's showing up when no one's watching. It's practicing the skill again and again until it sticks. Motivation is great. It gets you started. But it's discipline that keeps you going. Because motivation fades. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It shows up anyway. It follows through anyway. It finishes the job. Now I'll be honest, discipline isn't easy, but neither is regret. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. Discipline asks for your focus. Regret takes your future. So choose your hard, because either way there's a price. You can pay the price of discipline today, or pay the price of regret tomorrow. And believe me, the first one is always cheaper. Now here's what most people get wrong. They think discipline means perfection. It doesn't. Discipline means consistency. It means making the right decision more often than not. It means sticking to the plan, even when it's boring, even when it's tough, even when nobody claps for you. Discipline is the quiet work behind the scenes that creates loud results in the spotlight. And here's the beautiful part. Discipline is a skill, not a gift. You don't have to be born with it. You can build it. You start by keeping small promises to yourself. Get up when you said you would. Finish what you start. Follow through, even when the mood has passed. The more you do that, the stronger your discipline becomes. And the stronger your discipline becomes, the easier success gets. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with talent. It's filled with daily discipline. You want the dream? Then build the habits. Honor your word, train your focus, respect your time, because no dream works unless you do. And what's the reward? When you live with discipline, you don't just reach goals, you become someone who doesn't give up. You become someone who commands respect from others and from yourself. You become reliable, consistent, powerful. Discipline gives you confidence. It gives you direction. It gives you freedom. Yes, freedom, because when you're disciplined, you're no longer a slave to your feelings, your fears, or your distractions. Discipline is what lets you build the life you actually want, instead of settling for the one you're given. So don't wait for discipline to show up. Build it, practice it, live it. Because in the end, dreams don't work unless discipline does. Associate with people who live with intention. Let me give you a principle that shaped my entire life. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now that's not just a catchy phrase. That's a law of influence, a law of environment. Because who you're around is shaping who you're becoming. If you spend time with people who complain, you'll learn to complain. If you spend time with people who blame, you'll find excuses. But if you surround yourself with people who live with purpose, who act with focus, who chase growth every day, you start to rise to their level. That's the power of association. Now here's the truth. Success is contagious, but so is failure. You hang around people who set goals, who read, who take care of their health, who speak with clarity. You start to absorb those traits. Not because they preach to you, but because their very presence pulls you forward. And the opposite is also true. If your closest circle spends their time drifting, gossiping, wasting hours, settling for less, you'll start to think that's normal. And here's the danger. You don't notice it happening. It's quiet. It's subtle. But slowly, your standards begin to lower. Your dreams begin to shrink. Your drive begins to fade. Why? Because environment matters. And people are your environment. So here's the big question. Are you spending time with people who live on purpose, or with people who live on autopilot? Because intention is a force. And when someone lives intentionally, it shows. They don't waste time. They speak with purpose. They take responsibility. They keep their word. That kind of person sharpens you. They challenge you. They push you. They remind you that the standard is higher. Now let me be clear. This isn't about judging others. It's about protecting your potential. It's about surrounding yourself with people who make you better just by how they live, People who don't just talk about growth, but model it. People who don't just dream big, but take action. People who don't settle for average because they know they were made for more. You don't need 100 of them. You just need a few. A few people who make you think bigger, act sharper, live deeper. So here's something worth doing. Take inventory. Look at your circle, not with arrogance, but with awareness. Are they helping you grow? Are they holding you accountable? Are they stretching your vision? Or are they keeping you comfortable? Are they draining your energy? Are they distracting you from your purpose? If the answer is clear, the decision should be too. Because your future is too important to be shaped by people who aren't aiming for more. Build relationships that elevate you, that challenge your thinking, that hold you to a higher standard. And just as important, be that kind of person for someone else. Live intentionally, so that anyone who associates with you walks away stronger, wiser, more focused. Because the people around you are either your anchor or your wind. Choose wisely, because your future depends on it. The future is not a mystery. It's a result. So here we are. We've talked about your goals. We've talked about your habits, your time, your discipline. We've talked about who you spend time with and how small decisions shape your direction. Now it's time to bring it all together. The future is not some vague, mysterious force. It's not something that happens to you by chance. It's not decided by luck. It's not written in the stars. The future is a result of what you do, a result of what you don't do, a result of the standards you set, the actions you take, and the choices you repeat. If you want to know what your future looks like, just look at your habits, look at your calendar, look at what you say yes to, look at what you refuse to tolerate, because everything counts. Every conversation, every decision, every hour you use or waste, they're all leading somewhere. So the question is not, will I have a future? The question is, what kind of future am I building today? Don't wait for your future to surprise you. Design it, shape it, build it, one choice at a time. If you want better results, start by becoming better. If you want more opportunity, become more valuable. If you want a stronger future, build stronger habits. It's not complicated, but it is intentional. You don't drift into excellence. You don't stumble into purpose. You don't accidentally become disciplined, focused, fulfilled. You choose your way there. And the good news is, every day is a new chance to choose, to course correct, to recommit, to raise your standard and act like your future depends on it. Because it does. So don't make excuses. Make progress. Don't chase comfort. Chase growth. Don't wait for a better future. Work for it. Live for it. Build it. Because when all is said and done, your future won't be decided by the economy, the government, or the weather. It will be decided by you, by the effort you gave, by the decisions you owned, by the moments you refused to waste. That's the truth. The future is not a mystery. It's a result. And that result is being written right now, by what you do today.